Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. My name's Casey and you're watching True Passion Outdoors. In today's episode, we're going to be testing the Spritech 4500 PSI PCP air compressor on 12 volts. Now, if you watched my last video, it took 4 minutes and 37 seconds to fill the gun on a 120 volt system plugged into the household outlet. It took 4 minutes and 37 seconds to fill the gun from 1900 PSI to 4300 PSI. So today we're going to be testing the 12 volt to see how long it takes, because I'm out here at the field, I'm doing some 100-yard testing and with the gun. So I thought we would just try out the 12 volt system because I need to fill the gun up, and that's why I bought this compressor, is because it's a 12 volt portable system. So let's go over the details of it real quick. This is running on 12 volts. It is going to be pumping it up to 4300 PSI. The gun is down to 1900 PSI exactly. I tried to get it as close as possible since the last test, so we know the numbers are roughly the same, so we see how long it takes. It is 90 degrees out here today. If you can't tell, I'm sweating. So this is going to be a little bit of a test to see how the compressor works, see if it overheats or anything like that. This is my first test with it on the 12 volt system. So let me fire up the truck, because you do have to start the truck. Hopefully that don't cause too much background noise, but let me start up the truck and then we'll get the compressor fired up and we'll start filling this gun up. So we're going to take the cap off, if I can get it off. There we go, of the fill probe. And we'll put that in the pocket. And then we're going to hook up the compressor to the gun. And then let's go start the truck, and then we'll take off from there. Alrighty, so we got the truck started. We got the battery hooked up to the compressor. So now we're going to turn the fan on first, just like it says in the manual. Fan's coming on. I got the automatic shut-off set to 4300 PSI. And the gun is at 1900 PSI. Let me get my phone out and get ready to start timing this. All right, 0 seconds. I'm gonna turn the compressor on. There, started the timer. See how long this takes. Remember the other test in my other video of doing it on a 120 volt household outlet, it took 4 minutes and 37 seconds to take it to 1900 PSI to 4300 PSI. So let's see if there's any difference here. Also, we're also testing the heat cycle on the compressor too, because it's like 90 degrees out here in Ohio right now today. So we'll see how warm the compressor gets too. We're already passing 2000 PSI. Testing out this new lapel mic, so I'm sorry. If it's bad, I'm sorry, but hopefully it's not picking up too much noise and you can't hear me. So that's one of the reasons why I got a lapel mic, is because of audio problems, me standing back away from the camera. So we're just testing out some new stuff today. The gun is almost up to about 2500 PSI. Compressor is the same, 2500 PSI. And if you guys haven't noticed, I got a new camera too. The bugs out here are hellacious today. I don't know what's going on this week. Last 2 or 3 days, I was grilling out the other night, and I had to put bug spray on just to cook some chicken breasts on the grill. It was outrageous. But you guys drop down in the comments how the bugs are where you guys are at and your guys' location. Let me know how the bugs are. Today is Sunday. Today's Sunday, August 8th, and it's 90 degrees here in Ohio. and then it's supposed to set in and rain and thunderstorm pretty much, I think 4 of the 5 of the next weekdays coming up. All right, the gun is at 3,000 PSI. The compressor is at 3,000 PSI. Timer's still going. We're at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. The compressor is at 47 degrees. It shuts off at 80 degrees, and that's Celsius, not Fahrenheit. There is a way to change this through the manual I read, where you can change it to Fahrenheit, but it still shuts off at 80 degrees Celsius. So when you change it to Fahrenheit, you got to do the calculations back and forth in your head, and I'm sorry, but I ain't gonna do that. So I just leave it set on Celsius. I know once it gets close to 80 degrees, it gets to that gets close to the automatic shutdown for overheating. We're at 3 minutes and almost 20 seconds. We're at 3,500 PSI and 3,500 PSI. I'm having to fill the gun up because I'm out here doing 100-yard accuracy tests, and let's just say it's not going well. This gun does not like 100 yards, and the pellets don't like. Well, the gun probably likes 100 yards, but the pellets don't. So I got down the regulator. I adjusted the regulator on mine. It come factory set at 2,900 PSI, and I bumped it down to like 24, almost 2,500 PSI. So that's why I'm doing some accuracy tests. But I was well below the regulator because I was trying to get it down to 1,900 PSI to do this test. So it's the same as my other test results. Coming up on the automatic shutdown. We're at about 41, 4,200 in the gun. We're getting right there close to the auto shut off. Getting ready to stop this as soon as it shuts off. Come on, baby. Stop. 4 minutes and 48 seconds. Under 5 minutes. Once again, the other test was under 5 minutes. It took 4 minutes and 37 seconds. I want to check the temperature real quick. It got up to 51 degrees Celsius. It was 30 degrees away from the automatic shutdown. And that was filling this gun from 1,900 PSI to 4,300 PSI. That right there is impressive. Under 5 minutes. I'll show you that one more time. Focus. Under 5 minutes to fill that gun up. Out here in the field. I have no power around me, no nothing. That hooked up to the battery just filled my gun up. And it only cost $379 for the Spritech compressor. And I paid for this myself off of Amazon. I'll drop the link down in the description below. And I have filled this gun up probably, I would say 10 to a dozen times already. And that's on 120 volts. This is the first time using it out in the field with the 12 volt system. Battery wires aren't even hot. The compressor never overheated. You can still hear the fan running. I am going to let that run for a little bit to cool that off because it did get up to 51 degrees Celsius. Don't know what that math is, but you guys can drop that down in the comment box too, what 51 degrees Celsius is. And then, yeah, I'm completely thoroughly impressed with this little compressor. Let me get over on this side so you guys can see it. This is the Spritech 4,500 PSI Pcp compressor. You can get it on Amazon for $379. Prime, you get free shipping. And it works on 12 volt systems, and you can plug it in and charge off 120 volt systems. And it takes under 5 minutes out in the field, hooked up to your car, to fill your gun up so you can continue to shoot. That right there is what I wanted in a compressor. I didn't want a hand pump. Didn't want to have to do any of that stuff. That's what I wanted. So, my name's Casey and you're watching True Passion Outdoors. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.